Okay, we kicked off the season at Niles Scream Park, Niles, Michigan. What did you think?
It's always been one of the best. It's even better this year. The one thing, it's if you're going to bring a family, there's probably no better haunt for a family, because for value too, because you get what five plus. Usually hay rides really aren't that good. At least in my opinion, this is one of the best hay rides, I think. And it's not scary, which is plays into the family thing. So I'll give it 5 chainsaws.
What did you think about the main house theme this year?
Well, it's classic monsters, which you don't see a lot, and each room was well done, and there's a lot of rooms, so that ties into the value again. Yeah, so it's a perfect place.
All right.
If you're looking for some haunt entertainment, and again, it's not scary.
Thanks. Our annual visit to Niles Scream Park, Niles, Michigan. What did you think this time?
Oh, I love Niles. This is one of the places I look forward to every year. I love it. You go there to have a good time, and that's exactly what it is. It's a lot of fun. It's something you can spend a whole evening. You bring the kids. Absolutely love Niles. They have They have 3 different houses, haunted houses, a hayride, and then a trail, the Field of Screams. Field of Screams, every year it seems to be better and better, and this year they had a lot of good sets and scenery and these lit pumpkins. Really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Hayride was a lot of fun. It's always a blast. And then the 2 houses, they were always there, the 2 smaller houses, because they have the main house, but the Krampus house, I haven't seen Krampus, which I really need to see the movie, but the actual house was really, really well done. Great theme, and the other house was good too, but the one that just blew me away this year was the main house, which was, the theme was Universal horror movie classics from the 1930s. I absolutely loved it. Now, this is something I always say to Brian, hey, too bad they just don't have a haunt with Universal monsters like the old classics, because that's what started it all, back from the 1930s, because I'm a big fan. That's where I grew up watching creature features, and that's how I became a horror movie fan, watching like the old classics, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. That's what started all for me, and then as I got older, I just liked the newer stuff, but I still have a special place in my heart for those classic movies. Absolutely love that haunted house. Niles, every year I enjoy it more and more, but absolutely loved it. It's a 5 chainsaw haunt, but this year I'm actually giving a bonus chainsaw just for the Universal theme. I love it. I absolutely love the Universal Monsters theme.
Okay, as I say all the time with Niles, Niles is an experience. It's not just a haunt, it's an experience. I will say that for me, it's not scary, but I don't go there to be scared. As you know from our reviews, we see a lot of different types of haunts. Some are really intense and in your face, others are just fun for different reasons. Niles falls into the fun category. You can take the family there. There are 5 different things, plus a little show, a corny little sort of sideshow type of thing that you see for one low price. You can't really beat it, because basically for the price of a VIP ticket, or maybe even a general admission ticket for one haunt in the Chicagoland area, you can go to Niles and have 5. And there's food there, there are vendors there. They even have celebrity appearances. For instance, we met the actress who played the actual demon in The Exorcist. She was there this particular weekend when we went. So it's kind of neat. All of these things that are fun. They have movies showing. They were showing some Bela Lugosi stuff, which is always great. Let's start with the haunts. Field of Screams. Usually my least favorite, primarily because it's a trail with a maze, and I get really annoyed, frankly, when I have to go around and around in a maze and I don't know where I'm going. However, I have to say, they changed it up completely this year. Yes, there were pieces of a maze here and there, but really, we didn't get lost. We went around a couple of times, but not to the point where you get annoyed. They had a lot of new things. There was a whole crypt section in the front that was brand new. There was a floating section, an entire section where every portion of where you were walking, there was a house in the middle and a bridge to the house and past the house. They were all on water, and as you stepped on it, it bounced up and down on the water. Really nicely done. Very long too. Over 20 minutes, between 20 and 25 minutes long for the trail. And that's just haunt number 1. Haunt number 2, we went on the hayride this time. Hayride's different every year. Again, not scary, kind of corny. really, but corny in a good way. You kind of expect it. It's intentionally. This year's theme was the world of the future, where society is devolved, etc., etc. I will say that the first half of the hayride, they really did a good job in terms of props and sets. The loudspeaker for the narration was much better. Normally it's difficult to hear. The props went off on time. Sometimes they didn't always work. They went off on time. So you can see that there was a lot of effort put into it. There's even a movie at the beginning and a movie at the end. Not a bad little thing. It seemed to peter out a little bit towards the end. But other than that, it was good. Again, 20 minutes long at least. Two smaller houses. We've got Krampus, Christmas themed, excellent. They're only about 5 or 6 minutes long, but there is a not a maze where you get lost, but like a trail at the end where you go through them, so it extends their time. So we'll say about 8 minutes a piece, these haunts. Krampus, Christmas themed, you go through it. Everything was covered with snow and frost. There were guys coming out of the fireplaces. There were guys hidden in different places, different rooms. Nice little pop-outs, scares, etc. And then the other theme was a cabin, cannibal type of cabin. I think it was called Cabin 13 or something of that nature. Your typical stuff, cannibals, etc., etc. But some good stuff in there. I will say, though, that the best, without a doubt, the main house. The main house is always a big attraction. There are multiple ways to go through. You can actually go through the house multiple times and see different things. We were fortunate and able to see every single room. This time around, the main house, the theme, as Laura said, Universal Horror from the 1930s. You walk in, and it's a theater when you walk in, with a marquee. You're on the outside of the theater. You see all the old movie posters, The Mummy, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, etc., etc., all on the outside. And the marquee had Dracula and the Mummy on it as well. Then you go into the concession stand, and more posters, old concessions. Then you walk into the haunt, and every room had a theme. And it was a movie theme. So there were more common Universals like Dracula, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, Frankenstein. But on the other hand, there were also lesser known movies such as The Raven, Mysteries of the Wax Museum, and even Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Frederick March version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The only odd one was Sweeney Todd. It fit with the theme, but it didn't fit with the theme of Universal. In any case, these are not Universal ripoffs. You don't walk into the Wolfman theme and see, for example, Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman. You're not going to see that, but you're going to see homages. So if you know the films, you're going to see little bits here and there that are about the films. The one actual Universal character we did see was the Creature from the Black Lagoon, though. Very nice setting, flowing water in there, jungle setting. Dracula had some great stuff in there. Frankenstein had a great Frankenstein's monster. Did not look like Boris Karloff at all. It's not like that, but it was creative. So nice homage, excellent, fantastic. Overall, Niles is a great experience for the whole family. Old school haunting at its best. It's enjoyable, a night out. Whether you like haunted houses or not, you'll enjoy it. 5 chainsaws for me. Alright, our annual visit to Niles Haunted House. Niles Scream Park. Start again. Our annual visit.
Take 3.
Alright.